Okay, so
Label.
let's do a recap. So, who wants to pick up the ball first for last session?
One of you guys can do it because I did last time and I don't remember.
It's nice that you're paying attention.
Hey now, it's been over a week. I've had other things.
Sweet. I don't want to alarm you. I have memories from over a year ago.
How do you even manage?
Okay, so basically, sorry.
No, I was going to say you're probably going to have to because I can only remember up until the last third. I can't remember the start of it.
Okay. Basically, in the first part, we just got our assignment to track down Egak's father's would-be assassins, finding out where they came from. Basically, we did some prep. We went and bought a car, but also had an amazing gambling session where
Yes,
where Veldon was gambled on, but he managed to not be sold off. And then and basically, as we headed on out to Babel, along the way there, the gambler who Reginald cheesed off came back with a massive vengeance and tried to kill us all, but somehow we managed to escape. And then we arrived at Babel. And
Yep. You are told in an underground butler bar, Reginald, to track down the man Neil Diamond, who is currently sitting next to you in a doctor's office.
Right. Well, we pick up last time Reginald made a fateful encounter.
So let's cut to 5 minutes later. Veldin and Egak, you two are currently being worked on. You'll be let out in 5. Your wounds have been sealed up. Not completely. You still, both of you, feel a little bit beaten and bruised, but nowhere near the edge of death like you felt 5 minutes ago. In the fight, Egak, you come to realize that when you dropped your revolver at the beginning, you did not pick it back up. The revolver that your father left you. And we'll cut to... on the roof of the building, Reginald, you're sat on this lounger, this little kind of deck chair, and Neil Diamond comes up carrying a couple bottles of beer, and he hands one over to you.
Thank you, good sir.
So you were sent here to find me?
Yes.
So what'd you need? He kind of like sits down on the deck chair across from you, just kind of drinks. It's about 5 p.m. by this point, by the by. Like, we're starting on the same day as the last session.
Right, mate. You see, what my bird friend's father, what's his name again?
out of character.
Your father.
No, your dad's name.
Egak Lalak.
Egak Lalak. You've probably heard of him, right?
Yeah, he's an up-and-coming politician.
Yeah, some naughty fucking assassins tried to kill him, yeah? And I and the gang, who happens to also include his son, have been hired to find them. Yeah, find out who would want to kill them.
Okay, you want names.
Yeah, loads of them.
Alright, well, I can do that for you, but, there are 2 ways we can do this. Now, I don't give things out like this for free.
Nah, mate, oh god, I just realized something. Mate, I got an idea. What we can do. You want to play a little game, mate?
No.
You sure?
Definitely sure.
Roll
Gambling.
Russian roulette.
Gambling? Oh, right. What do you want then?
Well, there are 2 ways we can go about this. You can do me a favor, or you can pay me money. Now, considering that most people who come to me want to know where these people are, they tend to want to hire them, though. I don't know quite what you want from them. I'm a little bit uneasy about sending you their way, so might be a little bit of a higher charge, but we can work something out, surely. And I'm gonna say at this point that Veldin, Egak, you two are no longer being treated. You're fine. Like, you're let out. You've got stitches, the both of you, and you're told that your orc. When you make it to the reception, you're told your orc friend went up to the roof with the nurse.
Oh, he's still on one wound.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Wait, mate. I think I hear some...
Now, both of you, Dr. Death says, the painkillers are probably not toxic to halflings and avians, but either way, they should wear off within, give or take, 5 minutes.
I feel like I had my arm and my leg switched at one point.
Oh yes, that's the defenuxinide. It has that effect.
I don't think there's even such a thing.
It's my own special brew of medicine.
Okay.
Medicine.
My philosophy is, if you don't know where your parts are, they can't possibly hurt as much as you think.
Okay.
Anyway, that's enough giving off trade secrets. Off you go now. Don't get into too many fights with those Golden Company lads. He says, like, he kind of points to this bullet hole that's in his wall. And if you do, definitely not on my street.
Sure. I'll make sure to get the jump on them next time before anything happens.
Good man. And if you get injured, do feel free to come back.
Yay. I give him a sort of very slow thumbs up, and then I head on over to Reginald.
He already left before you could even finish the thumbs up.
Yeah, he just kind of like, he's already like calling in the next patient, who is a man who just walks in on crutches. You kind of have to feel sorry for the guy.
Anyhow.
Yeah, Reginald's up on the roof.
Oh, hey, Reginald.
Oh, these are your travel companions. It's just getting to know Reg here.
Okay.
And he told me that
Are you the man we're after?
Well, that's what Reginald said. Said you guys wanted to find a group of killers around here?
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
Now, you kind of gotta understand there's more than one pack of them. I need more to go on than that.
More to go on? Right. Mate, maybe we can sell this in a good old-fashioned game of cards.
Let's not. Now.
They're called the blood something, blood ring, blood
hand.
Bloodied hand, right. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay, those guys are particular favorites. My clients often want to meet those guys. They call me a bit of a ferryman. I tend to get people between to and fro. But, he kind of like laughs to himself. You lot are not going to be happy.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
Now, that said, this is good for me, because you're going to want my information.
Oh, great.
Now, I'm an information broker, but I also work here as, well, let's just say I'm that deluxe service that you skimped out on. Dr. Death tends to work alone unless paid better. And, I've got something that needs doing, but if you don't want to do it, you can just pay me up front. I'll take 500 triploons for telling you how to find that bloodied hand.
500? You fucking what?
I wouldn't spit that out if I were you. It takes ages to import that.
Now,
It comes all the way from Mangella.
Hey, pardon me. Now, mate, I have a little suggestion. You see this halfling, yeah? A nice halfling, isn't it?
We're not doing this. I'm not in the mood for any of
You
this.
know,
Reginald, I'm not sure what you're implying, my man, but no thank you.
oh, maybe this bird person is more up your alley.
I smack him on the back of the head.
What? Right, mate. You see, we have had a little bit of trouble. 400 is just too much. What about 400?
Let me go over my second offer first. You guys got in a bit of a scrap with Golden Company, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
The Company of Gold, yeah. The Golden Company.
So you won't have any moral objections to my next offer. Tonight there's going
Moral?
to be a shipment of medicine down near the docks, and guess who's the receiver?
Oh, it's be them Golden Boys.
Yep. And after what you guys pulled, they're probably going to be pulling in a bit more medicine. Honestly, they're probably going to go on a bit of a manhunt. I want that medicine. I want it for this clinic. They need it. We're in desperate need of supplies here, and we don't quite have the money to go back to Ares and, buy our own lot.
Right.
And we'll put it to better use than those guys. I can promise you that much.
Right. So what you're saying is you want us to fucking beat up these lads, steal the medicine, and then piss off.
That's what I want.
Well, I can deal with this.
That sounds like a plan to me. What about you, Velden?
Yeah, I guess.
Perfect.
What do you know about this harbor?
It's
I
harbor.
mean, I'm not.
Well, if you've never been around here before, because you're standing on the roof. This place is kind of hilly, but also kind of like it dips towards. You can kind of see. It doesn't look like there is much in the way of a docks. Like you're not near the edge of town, but you can't see any like jetties or anything. He just kind of says, "Well, we say docks. It's more just like, a bit of beach that boats decide to use."
Right.
It's this little Magellan export company called Dell Executive. Dell Exec, sorry. Dell Exec, they ship out ammo and medicine, and they're a small company. Honestly, I wouldn't be too worried about reprimand from them in case you guys get noticed. I don't know how many people are going to be at the meet to pick up the medicine, but if we're lucky, he kind of shrugs his shoulders, you might get away without too many more scrapes.
Right. Building.
That sounds like a plan to me.
Perfect. Now, I do not know where the meet is going to be, but I know when it will be. It's going to be at 8 o'clock tonight. So, got cover of darkness for you.
Right. 8 o'clock. Yeah, it's right. 8 o'clock. Clock 08.
If it gets us our task done without having to fork out too much money, then whatever.
Yeah. Also, less of those guys, the better. Believe me on this one.
You guys killed... What? How many of them was it? Good few.
Well, yeah.
I mean, Sorry, Ben.
That tends to happen with us.
Yeah, you guys punched way above your weight. I'm just gonna say this. I've been keeping an eye on their numbers. It's been, 20, 25 people? 7 of them dead. At least 7 of them.
Nice.
One of them apparently got up and ran away.
Fucking nice. You hear that, lads? We fucking murdered them.
Hooray, murder.
Sometimes unintentionally. Like when you're trying to escape from a town because you stole their billboard.
Oh, that was you guys.
Oh, no. It was another fucking walking half fucking naughty people here. Sorry, what nutter would steal a flying billboard? I say, this world.
I meant job board, I actually said billboard. Whatever.
Anyway, I'll come back to you guys in a little bit. I'm gonna go talk to some people, and then I'll get back to you and I'll tell you where the meet's happening. And you guys are all just kind of like left on the roof.
Reginald smacks Velden on the head. You don't fucking mention that, mate.
Oh, well, excuse me for those details, but it is something that happens with us.
Max,
I'm not above killing of most people, but I don't try and do it without citizens.
Reginald smacks him again. You're fucking speaking poppycock.
And besides, you said a halfling? I wasn't involved in that.
Shh. Oh, Shut up, or I fucking smack you again.
You even get to use those jobs.
Hey, smack him again.
I smack Reginald on the back of the head, so it starts a sort of chain.
This
You
is going to
what?
be
Yeah,
Three Stooges.
Yes. It's just Three Stooges thing for like 5 minutes.
The team
Reginald
of
is-
the reckless disregard.
And it ends with Reginald being like, oh god, who was the one that was the... Well, yeah, it ends up with him being like, damn it, boys, and just smacking us with a frying pan that comes out of nowhere.
Yeah. You fought it. Right, we have business to do. We got it. Mate, here's the question. Have you ever been criminals?
What a question.
Yeah.
Right. At first,
Did
First
you
of-
ask, have we ever been criminals?
yeah.
I-
Right,
I
mate.
don't think I am. Hopefully not. Maybe.
You're a criminal. Whatever. Mate, we need to get some masks so they don't recognize us, you see?
Well, I mean, I guess...
Especially our
Yes, we
bird
could.
friend here.
Why don't we just get some bags and just cut eye holes in them?
You so fucking savage, mate.
It's cheaper.
You feel cheaper. Right. Let's
We-
get right.
I know you made a lot when you gambled my life, but I wouldn't even want you to lose that much money. And besides, all between us, we kind of did lose a good 100 something.
Right.
Get
Lads, I have to fetch some paper bags. And
Whoa.
so our quest begins.
maybe not paper. Let's make it like sort of those like that material they use for potato
sack?
sacks.
Not the hectic
Burlap.
Burlap.
Yeah, but like for like small enough like you'd carry like cucumbers or tomatoes in.
Cucumbers.
I don't know what else.
I'm
Go.
sorry. I'm sorry. Just the fact that you went to cucumbers first.
Am I wrong?
Fucking
I
cucumbers.
mean, I don't know what they just. Let's just find some. I'm gonna go look as well.
Oh my god.
What would we roll to find sacks for our heads to make as makeshift masks?
Well, notice all streetwise, but just as you're leaving, like Neil like sees you all going and says, "Hey, come back here in say half an hour. I'll be able to tell you where to look."
Right.
Yes, I'm not gonna Benny that by the way. That
Okay.
I'm gonna save my pennies.
Just gonna
Oh,
say
yes.
that you do not contribute to the mask finding process.
Okay, time for me to roll my notes to see if I can find a fucking thing. If I want, I find some fucking burlap sacks here.
Well, you find someone selling. You find like a greengrocer's. You find someone selling fruit and veg. It's a
Right.
awful shop in terrible rundown condition. Like, as you're walking through the streets looking for this place, you notice there's barely anyone around. You're like, at one point you come across 3 kids playing ball in the street, and then you come across the most depressing, like, it's a clay cube with a wall dug out. That's basically the shop. A few crates half filled with, well, you could call them vegetables. Some of them might still be edible. And
So,
a few burlap sacks in the corner.
Reginald goes up. Greetings, my good sir.
There's this little old avian lady behind the counter, like, tiny little thing, and she just looks up at you and says, "What do you want, dear?" "Oh, God," she says as she realizes you're a half-orc.
Good evening. Right. I have a question.
A stylish one at that.
Right.
Oh,
I,
it's,
have,
matter of taste.
I have a question, yeah, mate.
Yes?
How much for 3 of your burlap sacks?
The sacks.
Yeah.
Don't you want some fruit and veg? Fruit and or veg?
No, for goodness sake. Fruit and veg, what do I look like? A fucking elf?
It's still food. We could need it.
Food? I only eat Mama Orc's patented canned fruit.
Been eating rations.
No, that canned fruit isn't good for you. You want some local produce, he says as he holds up this cabbage that has turned black.
Yeah. What the fuck is that? I'm so fucking. Is that a fucking black cabbage?
It's a local specialty.
You're a fucking nutter.
Is all the food of hers wrong?
No, not all of it. Just quite a lot. It's like, this shop, I don't know when you could say the hard time started. It might be fair to say they'll never stop. But yeah, like, a lot of her produce is not in great condition. You just want to sack then?
Yeah, it's actually, you got something that's good, that's bad for halflings.
Did you say bad for halflings?
Yeah.
What?
How did you... Why would I sell something that's bad for people?
I will roll my. Can I roll the streetwise to know what you get?
That is not. That is a smarts check.
Fine. I'll roll a fucking smart check to see if I know a fruit that's bad for halflings.
Why do you want that?
It turns out there isn't one. It turns out that, you know, they can eat a lot of stuff that humans can eat. So
Also, you're a fucking dick.
Right.
You're just looking around like, generally, I mean, if you want an answer to this, all this fruit is rotten. It's bad for all of you, probably.
Right. Anyway, I want a fucking free burlap sacks.
She just kind of like slowly just descends beneath the counter, rises above the counter, and she puts down 3 burlap sacks. That would be 3 triploons, dear.
Oh, that's cheaper than
3.
Okay. Yeah.
Persuasion.
Really?
You ass!
2.
I'm gonna roll this old lady's smarts check against that.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, she's
Wow.
wise. She
She has
just
a 12 in smarts.
well, when it comes to
She has a 12 in smarts and she's selling raw food.
she's got, well, you see, she's got an edge. She's got a 12 in smarts whenever it comes to being a greengrocer. That I just made up.
Fine.
It's
What
GM
does
fiat. But anyway, she just looks and she says, "Dear,
I mean,
I'm
he is
not-
greedy.
I'm not as blind as you think. My fruit doesn't look good, my veg doesn't look good, but it keeps the people going. We barely get anything around here. I can't let these burlap sacks go." And she pulls up one, it's got a name written on it. "This one belonged to my husband, but I have no choice but to sell it to you. The fact that I'm selling it for 3 triploons is merely out of the goodness of my heart. As the person who has owned this establishment for the last
Can we
50
award
years."
Snake a penny?
Extra GM penny, because Jesus Christ, this is amazing.
Reginald
Pay the woman so we can.
just stands there. Oh, you're not going to continue with your story, though.
That's where the story ends, dear. There's not much more to it than what I've told you.
Oh, I was asking that out of character, but sure. I was just Reginald just stands there. Right then, 3, and he just drops them and grabs the bags and walks away. He doesn't give a fuck.
Be sure to come back.
Right. No. He walks, he comes back to the other two, like, right, here's some bags for you. Yeah, here you go, Egak, here you go, Veldon. Veldon gets the one that says Andy, by the way.
Yes.
Right.
She married a human.
Yeah, yeah, and as you look in there, a photo falls out of it.
Oh.
So of them and a child. Many
sweet!
years ago.
Oh, fucking beautiful. We got a fucking photo with it. Okay, ransom this off to her.
Well, come on. Oh. Do any of you have a pocket knife?
Actually, I'm giving Sweet a Benny for hearing 3 triploons and immediately going persuasion.
That is perfectly in character.
That is-
We need.
What he'd do.
To roll a convincing way to cut a hole in these to make eye holes.
I would just let you guys do that. I don't think it's too much to ask that you'd be, you know, unless you want the chance of fucking it up somehow.
Well,
Make it Charlie Brown. Burlap sack.
Charlie Brown burlap sack.
You know, peanut.
No, I know
Yeah.
You know, loads of holes.
what to look like him, or
No,
Is that like-
I mean, like, you know, when he made his ghost outfit,
no.
it had a shit ton of holes in it.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. I'll just take your word for it. I don't know peanuts that much. I saw the movie, but that's about it.
Whatever. Let's make some stupid funny holes.
So, sometime later, we make our burlap sack makeshift masks for ourselves. This is like a fucking heist to a GTA. We're just planning the shittest looking team up. That's also a mission in the game as well. You have to buy yourself masks. You can just buy the shittest ones.
So what do you guys do? You've got like about 25 minutes or so before Neil says he'll have the information for you. It's about 5:15 or so.
We still have our truck, right?
Yeah, it's on the edge of town with no fuel.
Oh yeah.
Right. Maybe we should get some fuel. How much is fuel here, Snake?
How much is fuel here? That's a good question, isn't it?
Okay. Maybe we should look around. Okay, I'm gonna roll notice to see if there be places where the
Okay, yeah, you find a place, but it's not great. Like, there aren't many travelers here, and they don't have, like, pumps or anything. Not that, you know, Ares exactly had pumps, but this is just a guy who's got them, like, tins? Like, tins of fucking fuel.
hello?
Hello? Like, you kind of walk into this little clay building, and and it looks empty, but then this giant orc kind of, like, rounds the corner and looks over at you, is like, what do you want?
We need fuel for our truck.
Okay, come to the only place in town to get it. Well, let's go take a look at the thing, he says, and he walks outside, examines it a bit. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. We're kind of strapped out here, middle of Babel. So, I'll tell you what, 30 miles fuel, 20 triploons. Did I say?
Veldin!
How long?
Don't fucking do it, Veldin!
30 miles of fuel, 20 triploons.
Don't do it.
He just kind of like looks
It's
over
worth
at
it.
Reginald. Actually, is Reginald actually there?
I
Yeah,
guess.
for you. Okay.
Yeah, I followed.
Okay, yeah, it's just like he hears you spit and just like looks. Is there something wrong?
No, sir, no, sir. And then he, like, says under his breath, besides your fucking prices.
Will you excuse me for a moment? And we both step outside.
Sure thing.
What? As I look up to Reginald.
Greetings.
You had concerns.
Yes. I find that horrendously overpriced.
I mean, I'd be the one paying for it, but I
Oh,
was
you'll be paying. Oh, go ahead then. Go ahead. You will be paying. Go ahead. Never mind.
Will you just listen a minute? I wasn't counting the miles exactly how long it got to here. Would that keep us to get back to Ares?
I don't know. Where's the EGAC?
Yeah, it will do.
Yeah,
Well, it's
it
not.
will.
You can't beeline it. You've got to remember because you got to go through here. There's a cliff in the way.
So yeah,
it's
just
it's
about right.
still within.
Yeah. What? Yeah, it will do. Yeah, like I said, we could do it. We could do it at the old Motormobile.
I go back in. All right then.
All right.
And I buy the free bit. How much fuel?
30 miles.
Yeah, 30 miles.
You're,
I thought originally you said 3 miles, and that's why I was confused.
No. You can see it in the gear list. I've got it written down.
Oh.
It's right at the top. 30 miles fuel, 15 triploons. But yeah, so we asked how much it was here, and it ain't 15 triploons here. Let's just say that's the standard asking price. AKA, it will never be that price. It will probably always be above it, unless they're particularly flush for oil.
Well, he said 20. This is fuel that works for our van. Sure. 20 triploons.
So he just kind of like reaches beneath the counter and just like hands you this tin can of fuel. And you're not even quite sure how to open it.
Oh, it is closed.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't have a ring pull. You don't have a can opener. You're not sure if you're meant to like knife the top of it and just kind of try and pour it in like that.
I have a sword, so
a sword
to just poke a hole in the top. And just like very awkwardly me pouring it in.
Yeah, so okay, just put 30 miles of fuel in like the car's inventory. That's fist bump philosophy.
It smells good.
It's the solvents in the fuel.
Mm.
It's basically all solvents.
Oh yeah.
Somehow. That probably
is that added onto the 20 miles are already in there?
No, there's 20 miles of fuel in the boat.
I'm back.
It said in the fist bump philosophy there was still 20 miles of fuel in it.
Oh yeah, that's what you guys got at the start when you first got the thing.
Oh.
So let me update. So now it's 30 miles.
Okay,
Unless I overlooked something,
right.
which is more than
we got
likely.
fuel.
And I would walk 500 miles.
So yeah, you guys have a fueled up car. Starting to set on dusk.
We need somewhere to store it or hide it, so that nobody steals it.
That's true.
The orc who runs the place kind of walks out and says, "You guys are looking for a place to park that? You can leave it on You can leave it on my lot here. You don't see too many cars around here, but there aren't too many car thieves either. Just don't park it in the old town."
Yeah, kind of figured.
Wouldn't we have like keys for it?
You do have keys, and they've got this weird little device on it. Well, I say little, it's kind of like this clunky mechanical thing.
Well, I don't think, even if somebody could, I mean, they
You can hotwire a car. But,
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't imagine that they're that good, are they? Or, well, okay.
Let's just hide it with this guy. Make myself less confused.
Yeah.
We push it in to save on fuel, even the tiniest little midgeon of it. No, we're not using that up.
penny
We're being
pinchers.
economical.
You green folk.
Hey, I'm green-hooded, I'm not green-skinned.
Green folk.
One of those greenies.
But yeah.
I think we should just go back to a fella so we can start our job.
You guys have masks, you have fuel. Yeah.
Self-respect, we don't have that.
Never needed it.
We're called reckless disregard for a reason.
You walk back into Dr. Death's office, and Neil is like standing behind the counter, and he just looks to. Oh, God, wearing the mask. He just looks at you and says, "Well, you guys look more than ready."
We're ready.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
They'll never see this coming.
Yes. They will only care about us when we put on the masks.
I don't think we'll talk like that for
Their punishment must be more severe.
Yes.
What the hell are you guys talking about?
I don't know.
We're ready to do the job.
Yeah.
Well, I went around and talked to a few people, and what we've got here is they're going to be doing a handoff at the old ruins on the side of town. So
Excellent.
it'll be nice and isolated, very little risk of civilian casualties, and I can show you the way there. I'll pick up
Is
the map for
Reginald-
myself.
God damn it! Is Reginald wearing his hat over the Burlap
Of
man?
course he is.
Of course.
Actually, no, he wears it under it. He has to, the hat is a very defining feature of him. If his enemies knew.
Actually, I am sort of thinking what it looks like on Egak because he has a beak.
Kind of
Is it
hokey.
just like a... Yeah.
Only one eye hole.
The eye holes, though. One eye
Yeah.
hole.
There's
Oh,
one
yeah,
eye
'cause-
hole. Yeah. And one beak hole.
One beak hole.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay then.
Like, have you ever seen a bird wearing a sack with a giant beak sticking out?
I have not.
I really hope that the mooks are like, wait, mate, is that an alien? Oh no, I think it's a human.
Gave a Benny to Damascus, and we are off to the races. So, like, it's about 5:45 at this point, and the handoff is going down at 8. So he just kind of like says, "Well, you're welcome to just wait around in the office. We've got years old Magellan magazines, and not much else. So unless you want to be a practice dummy for Dr. Death or myself, make yourself comfortable. We'll leave at 7:30, and I'll show you the way to the old ruins."
I dive for the magazines and look through all the pin-ups of the latest Avion ladies in the magazines.
Is there...
Birdfucker Monthly.
Yes.
Yes, my favourite.
And that's another Benny for the GM. Is there a snooker table for me and Reginald to play on?
There isn't here, but there is but when you ask, Neil points out that there is like a small parlor, like at the end of the street.
Ooh.
So like,
Well, I'll be here.
I'm just gonna read bird porn in the doctor's office while everyone
Yeah.
goes and plays pool.
Well, I mean, he doesn't have his hand down his trousers at least, so...
Crawl?
You just see like feathers fluffing up everywhere.
Jesus.
Yes, we went now.
So yeah, Neil even like says, I'll come along and play a couple of tables, play a couple of racks."
Okay, then.
Reginald, up for playing pool?
Yes. This is gambling, right?
If you want to put some money down on it, but I ain't much of a gambling man.
Alright, perfect. Reginald puts out $10.
No, I'm...
Let's just make it 5.
Alright then.
Oh, damn it. Alright, then. Yes, 5 coin.
Oh, you're jumping in on this as well, Weldon?
If it was 5 coin, yeah, but just to pass the time.
Alright,
yes.
let's get
So
moving.
So
So,
you gonna roll for this?
you guys go down the street and you enter this small, like, parlor. Neil pays for each of you to, like, have a table for a little while. And, yeah, you just walk into this dusty, gloomy little back room as evening settles in. Now first off, we're gonna roll gambling. There's gonna be 2 stages to this.
I don't have gambling. So this is
Ha 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 ha!
Why did you put money down?
because I didn't think the whole snooker game would be gambling. I thought there'd be a different role for it.
Well, actually, yeah, there isn't a way to handle this in 2 stages. The skill will not be the skill. Okay, so it's gonna be a straight up check then. Each of you roll, and we're gonna do some dumb mathematics here.
Sure.
So just roll gambling.
Yes.
Oh, so I'm
Can I manage to cheat on this?
You can tell me how you're cheating at pool. You just
Oh, I got a 5 at least.
yeah.
I'm very good with hiding gum for the enemies. Nah, actually I don't cheat right now. And yes.
Okay, so the amount of money put down is 5. You tried to tempt him into going higher, but he will not.
All right.
So the winner takes 50. So the winner takes 15, and the losers lose 5. Well, no, the winner takes 10. Yeah. So next up is an agility check.
Oh no.
Okay, fine then.
Oh, it's more 10 triploons for the winner.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
And yeah, the winner is clear after a little while. After a couple of games, you walk away with 10 more triploons. And got if you lose 5.
Oh yeah. Reginald is like, this is fucking money.
After buying that fucking those burlap sacks, you're finally ahead.
All show that old lady.
So you're playing a couple of games and just he looks at the clock in the corner of the room, realizes 7:30 has rolled around, and just says, "Okay, we should be off then. It's a ways walk."
Magazine that EGAC had as he away is surprisingly sticky now.
A lot of them just walk back into the lobby of the doctor's office. And you walk in and you see EGAC sitting on a chair, and there's at least 5 chairs difference between him and the next persons.
Greetings.
And
you guys are back. Man.
you've just been looking at the magazine for the last hour?
Veldin is...
It's a hell of a good magazine.
Veldin's sulking. He's a sore loser in this.
What the fuck is that magazine? Give me that. Reginald says, "Gotta take that magazine and look at it."
It's just filled with naked avian women.
Oh, if I what the fuck? What? Whoa! What the fuck? What the fuck is he doing with her legs? Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Let me have a look.
If I look at those feathers.
I want to pocket this.
If I look at those feathers.
I want to stealthily pocket it away so that no one notices that I've kept it.
That's a stealth check -2. Because you're...
Nice try.
It's
a brazen attempt.
I guess Egypt takes it back by now.
No, Neil just kind of grabs it, puts it back on the table, and says, "Now, you guys were paying customers, but that was hours ago. That's in the past now, and we've got a job to do. Okay? Okay."
Right.
Oh. Okay.
You think they got an Orc edition?
He looks at Dr. Death, and Dr. Death just kind of like shakes his head. Sorry, pal.
Can't fucking buy two beautiful women.
So you're let out and you're walking through Babel. You notice that he's taking the long way around town. Like, he's not going near the old town whatsoever. It's now nearing nighttime. The streets are really dim. There's very few streetlights. barely any at all. There's a few like braziers like giving off firelight, but they're they're spaced very far apart. You barely meet anyone aside from occasional distant shouting. You don't even come across people. This place effectively feels like a ghost town. And he just kind of like starts talking. Isn't it peaceful?
Right.
That's why I came here.
Is one word for it.
So where are each of you guys from?
I'm from the very big swamp here.
Big Swamp.
Yeah.
What about you, Birdman? You a local?
Sort of. Well, I was born and lived in areas for quite a bit, but not around Babel.
I should have guessed actually. If you want something to, if you're anything to do with Egak Lalak, seemed like the most likely candidate.
This
Well,
is the story all about
yeah, we could say that.
Veldin, what about you?
I hate the heat. It's very hot here. I was born in Deldrum because it's nice and cool there.
Actually, considering it's nearing night in the desert, it is actually pretty cool now. Like, the air is different from up there, but yeah, it's not warm anymore. Like, it kind of shifts to cold quite a bit. Nighttime
Yeah,
in the
it does
desert.
get real cold.
Yeah. So, I myself come from Mangella, but couldn't stand how busy the place was.
Oh, I remember when I was Vangela. Yeah, fucking remember it. Yeah.
What'd you do down there? Even I'm guessing it was gambling.
Business.
Gambling, right? Gotcha.
Business. I prefer the term business.
Yeah,
I'm a business orc after all.
You look the part. Actually, are you guys all wearing the burlap sacks already, or are you? No, you're not.
No, I'm still wearing it.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not wearing. Well then, why the fuck are you still wearing that?
I've got my hood over it. I've got the string caught, okay? I can't actually untie it, or else it's gonna be a bitch to tie it back on.
Right. I found Veldin somewhere. The poor lad needed someone to help him.
Kind of. He's kept me around this long, and I'm kind of wondering why I don't run off.
You can't.
You guys do seem like an eccentric bunch of fellows, if you don't mind me saying.
Yeah.
We've been told.
Oh, here we are. He says, like, after probably, like, yeah, again, like, quarter of an hour of walking, he takes you to the side of town, then kind of, like, walks out through this little desert trail. And then you kind of see coming into view of these old pillars, these stretched out ruins. And he just kind of says, well, that's one of the few remaining bits of the old town that's still above ground. So that's where it says we'll be doing the meeting. And he just kind of like... And then you realize this whole time he's been carrying a deck chair, which he just unfolds and puts down. You're on a little, like, hill that's really quite dark, but you'd still probably be silhouetted from below. And he just kind of, like, sits down and just starts waiting.
Wait a second. The light. You'll be seeing the light. What are you doing out here?
Good point. He kind of, like, moves down a bit, so he's more, like, crested in the hill, and then sits down again.
So this is a little spectator event for you.
Hey, I'm not too much of a fan of those Golden Company guys either. Everyone was happy when they first came here. They thought finally there'd be some guards around town, but that was very short-lived. In like a couple of days.
We're gonna die, aren't we?
No.
You say that.
You killed 7 of them earlier today, and we don't know how many will be turning up to this meet.
Right. Don't worry, as long as we got shotguns. Wait a minute.
Wait, you're the only one with a shotgun.
Well, good luck.
Veldin awkwardly twiddles a slingshot in his fingers.
You got a gun, Egek.
Yeah, but only have one eye, remember? And also, it's dark.
Didn't you
Fine, fucking excuses.
Yeah.
Fine, give for fucking Veldin the gun then.
I
No.
don't know. I can't really carry much more than what I have.
It's kind of funny. A Derringer is literally 0 weight. It's fucking.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I
Mm.
can't carry any more.
Alright. Anyway, so you guys sit there for a bit, and you're on a little hill. You can see a bit of the town, and then eventually you see a ship pull in. It's this tiny little. It's like a small cruise ship.
Oh.
You know that Derringer? Is it like that one from What's that cowboy shooting game we used to play? Frags.
Oh, Fistful of Frags. Yeah.
Is it that 2-slot one?
Well, it's the tiny, tiny pistol, like with only 2 shots.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. And you're looking at it, and he said that the name of the company was Delex, like Delex Exports. That small cruise ship bears the name Delex. And you see a few people kind of walk off carrying crates, and one of them walks off carrying a wooden crate and walks in this direction. And then, below you see a good 5 people kind of like walk out into the middle of a square of the ruins. Oh, sorry, yeah. You dropped your revolver and you didn't pick it back up.
Ah, damn it. Quest time.
Wait, but you said a Derringer.
He
No,
was
I-
given his dad's revolver, remember? And he dropped it.
Whoops. I just realised this and I go, oh, shit.
I'm actually thinking Derringer wouldn't be that bad for my character to hold, so maybe I'll think about that for the future.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Quite handy.
there's 5 people. They appear to have a captain again, but not someone you recognize.
It's some fucking nutter.
And he's just kind of like, would each of you roll a notice check?
Fine. I'm gonna notice all over the place.
I'm going to notice so hard that magazine won't know what hit it.
Oh my god.
Magazine.
Okay, so Reginald and Veldin, you're just sitting there, and you saw the first boat come in, and then you see something else. You see another ship on the horizon coming in, and this thing is a, like, medium cruise ship. It's pretty hefty. It's bigger than any boat in this dock.
Oh,
And
that's
and even it's quite far off, but it's got the name emboldened on it is the High Rise.
The high rise.
Oh boy, things are gonna get very fun in an hour.
oh beautiful, fine, beautiful.
Hey,
Wait, what's a high rise?
that's the local capital ship of the Golden Company. Seems that your little stunt made them call in for backup.
The Golden Company.
Ah, shit.
Well,
And Egag just rolls his eyes and goes, oh, I heard something about this one. This is bad. This is really, really bad.
so roll me a smarts check actually.
Okay.
This would be kind of weird if you get this right. If you like win this, but it's kind of like it kind of like makes sense that your character would hear about this. Even if it hasn't really
so-
come up yet.
Nah.
Okay, yeah, you're drawing a blank. You've heard the
Yeah.
name High Rise, but the specific details are lost
Yeah.
on you.
Mm.
But yeah. So, but he kind of like looks. You look at the boat, and it's a good ways out. And right now, there's a guy lugging the crate to this meeting. Like you could see him. He's closing the gap right now. The 5 of them are just standing in this little well lit section of the ruins that they're just waiting for him essentially to do the handoff.
Right, what the fuck are we gonna do, mates?
Alright, let's draw this actually. Let's go to
How come a slingshot weighs 1 but a derringer weighs nothing?
game logic.
Well, you see, a slingshot, you carrying the shame that you're using a slingshot. I fucking slingshot.